Hey guys, NosferKitty here, and I'm back with more Reanimation Scheme. We left off, where ourselves, I keep wanting to call it, I want to keep saying Callie, but I'm Callie. This, I think her name is originally Raenelle, but you get to pick, at the beginning. Most of the time you get to change the names. We have been summoned to go to the headquarters, but it is way too late at night to do so. So Aldrius is spending the night. Not like that, but he's spending the night until we can leave in the morning. And as he's getting ready to leave the room, we stopped him so we could ask him a question. And now I get to choose from these three questions. So I feel like we're going to ask him this one. I eye him in concern. It hasn't escaped my notice that he's bitten at it or his lip at least 5 times during our conversation, which has always been a dead giveaway that he's troubled by something.
Oh.
Aldrius's hands flutter about as though he's not quite sure what to do with them, and a faint shade of pink spreads across his cheeks. He shifts his gaze away before answering.
Thank you.
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I'm just worried about everything that has been going on. The answer doesn't really surprise me. He's always liked to take things upon his own shoulders, even when they aren't his responsibilities. About being unable to summon spirits?
Yes.
But more than that. He hesitates, his lower lip disappearing between his teeth and his eyebrows drawing together. He seems to bite back a few words before sighing. I just hope the authority contained the news among the necromancers. This could be bad if the people caught wind of this. What do you mean? Imagine finding out that none of the death mages can reach the spirit of your deceased loved ones. People are gonna panic. And blame the death mages? Aldrius gives a small cough and looks away, which I take as a confirmation. I scowl, folding my arms across my chest.
Right.
Of course they would. If not for the mages, they wouldn't even be able to see their deceased family and friends one last time in the first place. Aldrius doesn't comment, pressing his lips together. A few moments later, the corner of his mouth turns up into a gentle, hopeful smile.
I mean...
I could be wrong. Perhaps they won't. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. The authority has hundreds of mages working on the solution as we speak. I shrug, not quite sharing his optimism. Don't worry. The authority has it under control, I'm sure.
Well...
Tell yourself that. I wasn't the one worried. You were. He blinks, then chuckles, his eyes twinkling with slight amusement. Yeah, you're right. It's silly of me to worry. Well, thank you for asking about me, Callie. I appreciate it. He tips his head then, raising his hand to his mouth to cover a small yawn.
Excuse me.
Sorry about that. I shoot him a concerned look, my gaze lingering on the dark circles framing the bottom of his eyes. You look tired. Have you been staying up all night reading again lately?
Sorry.
You know I lose track of time. Typical Aldrius. I roll my eyes with a sigh and begin shooing him out of my room.
Aldi.
Go get some rest. You need it. Aldrius smiles at me again with a nod. Well, then I'm gonna go turn in for the night. Good night, Callie.
Aldrius.
Good night, Aldrius. He backs out of the room, thoughtfully pulling the door closed behind him. I flop backwards onto the bed with a sigh, spreading my arms out as I sink into the comfortable mattress. The headquarters of the Imperial Necromancy Authority. How long has it been since I was last there? 4 years? Maybe more? It's certainly going to be interesting. I give another sigh and let my eyes flutter shut, pushing all errant thoughts away from my mind. It doesn't take long before I succumb to the sweet oblivion of sleep. Oh, good. I was worried that really worried that was going to be the end of the demo already. I don't know how many parts to this there are, so. Oh, you look so cute! Aldi, your hair's all combed. You look adorable. Also, I totally realized I probably should have put the parts in like single episodes, but listen. I do things how I want to on my channel. I just spilled coffee all over me, so hold on a minute. Okay. I hide a yawn as I enter the headquarters building.
Finally.
We're here. It didn't take that long, did it? Felt like a century to me. My eyes squinted and half blinded by the tears from yawning. I take a moment to recover before sweeping my gaze around the room full of people. My ears buzzing from the sound of the crowd chattering. I shuffle to the back of the room, far away from the commotion as possible. Fiona, this place is a lot busier than I remember. Sebastian slides me a sideways look that tells me he's holding back a sarcastic remark, since he can't speak out loud in public.
Yes.
I haven't seen this much activity in the headquarters for a long time as well. But it's quite amazing to see all the death mages in Nallenshire gathered in one place because of the summons. Amazing? More like horrifyingly annoying. But seeing Aldrius's glittering eyes, I end up keeping that comment to myself.
Well...
What are we supposed to do next?
Oh.
Right, sorry, I almost forgot. I think you need to go speak to someone at the front desk and ask for the keys to your assigned room after logging your time of arrival. Fiona, what a pain.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, those are the rules. I guess they have to keep track of who's staying at the headquarters and in what room. I eye the small queue at the receptionist desk, the corner of my eye twitching. How long is this gonna take?
I mean...
It should be done quickly, at least, I think. It's a very simple process, after all. Sebastian floats closer on his book, flicking his tail to get our attention. Ah, kitty! Sorry.
Sebastian.
I don't speak cat, you know. Sebastian rolls his green eyes at me and drifts away on his book. Aldrius touches his chin, concerned.
Bash.
Wait, where are you going? Callie, what was he trying to say? Where did he go? I shrug, not quite sharing Aldrius's concern. Sebastian can take care of himself. I don't know. Probably just letting me know he's going off to explore the headquarters. You know how curious he is.
Oh no.
Will he be all right alone in these unfamiliar surroundings? He's a grown man who's older than both of us combined by many times. Of course he will be. But I know better than to say that out loud here.
Yes.
Of course. He just likes leaving me to fend for myself in troublesome situations.
I guess.
Sighing, I make my way over to the front desk, dragging my feet. Aldrius follows after me, and I glance at him with a teasing smirk.
Oh.
You're coming with me. Aren't you wasting precious time that could be spent in the library? Or has the librarian finally set up a spell on the door to keep you out so you would stop taking half the library home every time?
I mean...
I'm not that bad, am I? You most definitely are, Aldi. Aldrius chuckles in sheepishness. Sheepishness. But then his eyes widen as he gives a loud intake of breath.
Oh no.
Aldrius?
What's wrong? Panic creeps onto his face, and he bites his lip, shifting his weight back and forth. I just remembered that a batch of library books were due yesterday. I forgot to return them. Do you need to make a quick trip to Isofair and grab them from your house? Aldrius throws his backpack on the floor and begins digging through it. A moment later, he lets out a sigh of relief.
Oh.
I do have them here. I guess I brought them along because I thought they might be useful. Aldrius grabs his bag, hugging it to his chest as he straightens to his full height.
Thank you.
So much for reminding me. I'll be back as soon as I've returned them to the library. He starts sprinting in the direction of the library, weaving his way nimbly through the crowd. I can't help but shake my head with a low laugh.
Well...
Guess I have to do this alone. Shuffling forward to join the queue, I let my heavy bags fall on the ground with a loud thud. I suppress a small yawn as I wait for my turn. Minutes pass. My patience trickles away with every tick of the clock. Finally, the person in front of me leaves, and I move up to the front desk. And the death mage behind the desk looks up at me with a clearly forced, chipper expression. Good morning. How may I be of assistance?
Right.
I'm a death mage registered with the Imperial Necromancy Authority. I received a letter summoning me to the headquarters, and I rushed here as quickly as I could. Yes, that's true. May I have a look at your identification amulet? Digging into my pockets, I find the item and toss it at her. She inspects it for a moment and nods, handing it back to me. Yes, I see. Raenelle Talisko, reanimator. Please write your name and the current date and time here. She pushes the pile of parchments on the desk towards me and points to an empty space at the top. Picking up the quill lying on the desk, I do as she asks. She takes the piece of paper from me and glances at it briefly. Thank you very much. Please keep in mind that there will be a meeting in the council room in less than half an hour. Have a good day. She smiles, bowing her head and busying herself with the book in her hands. But I ignore her cue for me to leave.
Wait.
What about my room? The letter said I would be given a guest room at the headquarters to stay in. Yes, that's true. Unfortunately, we have no more guest rooms available at the headquarters, so you'll have to find other accommodations at the capital.
What?
Sienna, are you serious? Yes, I'm very sorry, but it's true. I'm afraid you arrived too late. All the guest rooms have been assigned to other mages already. Do you have family or friends at the capital that you could stay with? If not, may I suggest the Rickety Raccoon? It's quite an affordable inn, only 2 gold pieces a night. Oh, so the authority summons me here against my will, promising to provide a place to stay, and now I'm expected to pay for a room at an inn myself. 2 gold pieces a night, especially when I don't even know how long I would be kept here at the capital. Am I expected to spend all my savings just to get a roof above my head? I suck in a deep breath to suppress my annoyance, then try to speak in a voice as calm as I can manage.
Look here.
Where is Kavatos? I want to speak with him. The chief commander? I'm very sorry, but I don't know where he is. He's extremely busy. There's much work to be done, you see? Fine. Besides Kavatos, is there anyone I can speak to about this? Is something the matter? I turn to see a well-dressed man striding towards us, his commanding presence drawing many eyes in the room. His face is an expressionless mask, but from his icy tone, one can gather he's not pleased. Lord Waven, good morning, my lord. Lord Waven, who is this, and why is he interrupting our business?
Yes?
He arches an eyebrow at the mage, and the iciness rolling off of him in such waves that I'm surprised the temperature in the room hasn't plummeted. My lord, it is but a small issue. Miss Talisko here just arrived after receiving the summons, but All the guest rooms in the headquarters are already occupied. She doesn't seem very happy about that fact, so...
Yes.
I'm certainly not happy about this. I have no idea who this Lord Waven is, but if he's being referred to as Lord, and this mage is reporting the situation to him, he must be someone in charge. Maybe he can sort out this ridiculous problem for me. So I flash him a polite smile and pull out the crumpled letter from my pocket, offering it to him.
Lord Waven.
I'm sorry if I'm bothering you, but you see, the authority promised in the letter that I would be given a room at headquarters. I don't think it's reasonable to expect me to find a place in the capital myself on such short notice. Tipping his head slightly, Lord Waven doesn't take the letter from me and directs his gaze at the parchment lying on the desk, where I had written my name and time of arrival. I thought I could hear him mutter my name under his breath, but his voice so low that I can't be sure if I heard him right. I give him a questioning glance, and he looks up to meet my eyes. You arrived quite late. I frown. I don't think I'll like where he's going with this. But as I stare at him, waiting for him to continue, he doesn't utter another word. It takes me a minute to realize that that statement of fact is really all he intended to say.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't notice the letter from authority until it was late last night. Surprisingly, Lord Waven doesn't pursue the matter anymore and turns his attention to the mage instead. How many mages have been left without rooms? Please give me a moment, my lord. The mage begins flipping furiously through a leather-bound book, her mouth forming the shape of various numbers as she silently counts. Just short of 100 so far, my lord, including Miss Talisko over here. Strangely enough, it makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one who has been left to fend for myself in the capital after being forced to come here. Lord Waven raises an eyebrow again, his arms folding across his chest.
Oh?
Where are they now? Most arrived last night, and when they were told there were no rooms available at the headquarters, they left for one of the inns or a friend's house in the capital. Utterly unacceptable. The mage looks as though she's been caught by an unexpected freezing spell and bites her lower lip. My lord, I'm very sorry, but there's no other choice.
I disagree.
But, my lord, there aren't enough guest rooms in the headquarters.
No.
There are enough for those who need them. I'm very sorry, my lord, but I don't understand. Lord Waven sighs, the sound full of impatience and a hit of annoyance, before speaking in a clipped tone. Call for the ones who normally reside in the capital. I frown. What does he mean by that? Repeating his words in my head, it takes me a minute to understand Lord Waven's intentions. Does he mean that the capital mages should turn in their room keys so that others like me would have a place to stay in headquarters? Did he have to say it in such a cryptic manner? It wouldn't kill him to elaborate that just a bit further. Unfortunately, it appears that the mage next to me is still in the dark. She tugs on a stray strand of hair, looking thoroughly confused. What? Lord Waven sighs, but still makes no move to explain. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard him say more than 10 words at a time since he appeared. Does he not realize that a telepathy spell has still yet to be discovered? How does he expect people to understand what he means when he uses such few words as possible? Hiding a scowl, I have no choice but to step in and explain to the mage instead.
Well...
I believe Lord Waven means you can free up some guest rooms. Since there are many mages who already live in the capital, and don't need to stay in the headquarters rooms. The mage glances at Lord Waven for confirmation, who gives a terse nod.
Understood.
Yes, I'll do as you say immediately. She titters, her hands fluttering about nervously as she looks everywhere but him. She practically buries her head between the pages of the book, shrinking behind the desk as much as possible. It doesn't take a genius to tell that the poor mage is terrified by the presence of Lord Waven, who is still standing beside us for some unknown reason. Over Lord Waven's shoulder, I notice Aldrius ambling a few feet away, having returned from his trip to the library at some point. He casts an anxious look in our direction, and I wave him over. He hesitates before obliging and approaches us.
Lord Waven.
Good morning, Lord Waven. Lord Waven tips his head in acknowledgement and returns to the greeting.
Mr. Varet.
Varet. Aldrius Varet. Ooh, I like that name. Wait, Lord Waven actually knows Aldrius' name? Are they familiar with each other? Then again, I suppose Aldrius should be infamous among those at the authority by now, considering how often he bothers them with his submissions and proposals on how to improve the career and welfare system for mages, among other things. Callie, is everything alright? Yeah, of course. It's just that the headquarters ran out of available guest rooms, so Lord Waven was helping me sort it out. As soon as I speak, Lord Waven turns his attention back to me, regarding me with a cool stare.
Miss Talisko?
Is that all you need, Miss Talisko?
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Lord Waven nods, then turns on his heels and walks away. I let out a breath that I didn't realize I was holding as soon as he disappears round the corner and rub my arms, feeling the goosebumps that have risen on my skin. Ziana, is that man made of ice? It's impressive how I can nearly feel the frost dripping from every word out of his mouth. Well, at least he helped me figure out this problem. Who is that Lord Waven? Why does he have an air about him like he owns the headquarters? Aldrius's lips curve into a small, amused smile.
I mean...
That may be because he is good as does.
Wait.
Really? That can't be true, no?
I guess...
I might have exaggerated slightly, but he is quite powerful. That's Círdan Waven, Lord Waven, son of the Marquess of Treflin? He's a highly ranked commander of the Okay. Read before you speak. That's Círdan Waven, Lord Waven, son of the Marquess of Treflin. He's a highly ranked commander at the Imperial Magic Authority and one of the most skilled ice mages in Nullenshire. I'm quite surprised that you've already had the fortunate opportunity to meet him.
Wrong.
More like unfortunate opportunity. I whisper in a low enough voice to make sure Aldrius is the only one who can hear my words.
Look here.
I was an inch away from being frozen into icicles just from talking to him. Callie. He shakes his head in exasperation, but before he can reprimand me for my irreverence, the mage at the front desk interrupts. Miss Talisko, excuse me.
Yes.
Do you have my room ready yet? I'm very sorry, but can you wait here for a while? Even though Lord Waven kindly provided a solution, I need some time to find mages who live in the capital and ask them to give up their assigned rooms.
What?
Can't you just check the desk of registry of death mages and to find those who work in the capital, and then call them to come to the front desk? Yes, I can do the first part, but I don't have the means or authority to contact them with mirrors. I need to ask my superior to do so. I'm not a very nice person. I'm quite a Karen. I am not a nice person. I would not be asking this, treating this poor person like this. Really? She doesn't catch the frustrated sarcasm in my voice, and she nods, answering seriously. Yes, really. I'm very sorry. Please wait. She takes her leave with haste. Aldrius takes one look at my stormy face before offering his comfort with hesitance. I'm sure it won't take too long. Yes, that's what you said earlier. And look what time it is now.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to keep waiting?
Well,
What else can I do? I need a room at the headquarters. I'm not paying 2 gold pieces a night at an inn. If it helps at all, I'll keep you company. Aldrius offers me a smile, which I return half-heartedly. I sigh and lean back against the front desk, preparing myself for a long wait. Oh, you're cute! You're cute! Oh my god! The characters are just so fucking precious. I'll be completely honest and say Sebastian's still my favorite, though. A flash of color enters my line of sight, and I blink in surprise at the familiar smiling face that has suddenly appeared right before me.
Oh!
Callie! Aldi! There you are! You're finally here!
Rissa.
Hey, Rissa! Aldrius echoes my greeting with a smile.
Hi!
Hi! I'm so glad you're finally here! Do you have any idea how late the two of you are? I think the last death mage, well, the last one besides you guys, already arrived last night.
Sorry.
Sorry. Were you waiting for us? I actually already came to the headquarters early in the morning yesterday. I just left again after that.
Yes.
Yeah, because he had to come fetch me. I didn't see the letter from the necromancy authority. Lyrissa stares at me for a moment before letting out a small giggle. Okay, that does sound like you. I'm not surprised. I lift my shoulders in a shrug, unapologetic. They should have sent a communication request through the mirror, not a letter that I may or may not discover sitting on my doorstep for a few days.
Well,
I'm surprised to see you here. Since when did you become a death mage?
Oh!
You don't know? You haven't looked at the knowledge your crier today? I gave her a pointed look. Did she have to ask? When do I ever read the newspaper? She looks around her before leaning in closer, muttering in a hushed tone.
You know.
The Necromancy Authority tried to keep the news of the situation with the spirits contained within the Death Mage community, right? Well, somehow, it was still leaked. It was reported in the crier this morning, and it's already causing a panic among the people. Seems like what Aldrius feared would happen has already come true. And suddenly, the undercurrent of unease that you can vaguely sense running through the crowd makes a lot more sense. My eyes dart to Aldrius's figure next to me. As expected, he stiffens, and worry crosses his face. I thought he would interrupt and ask Lyrissa for more details about the situation, but he bites his lip and stays quiet. His gaze darts all over the place, looking for something. A copy of today's crier, perhaps?
Oh.
I heard the king's furious and extremely concerned about the crisis. So, the chief commander of the Imperial Magic Authority ordered the chief of each branch to send a few representatives over in case they can be of assistance. Breathe. So, of course, I offered to come along as one of the Life Mage representatives. This is much more exciting than following Kinera around, trying to protect her from non-existent threats. Humming a cheerful melody, she makes a little twirl and place the bottom of her dress, flaring out around. Why can't I read? Flaring around her with grace. How do I look? Fitting of an important representative?
yes.
Shockingly, Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that first word. Thanks. You two look very nice as... Lyrissa's voice trails off as she eyes my outfit, then looks at Aldous, before turning back to me in bewilderment. Hang on, Callie, what are you wearing? Even Aldi remembered to dress nicely.
Look here.
I did remember. It wasn't my fault I wasn't allowed to... it wasn't my fault I wasn't allowed to, I tell you. I instinctively turned to stare daggers at the cat who was to blame for our hurried departure this morning. But when I find nothing but thin air, I'm belatedly reminded of the fact that Sebastian has wandered off. Sure. Sweeping my gaze around the room, I suddenly feel extremely underdressed compared to the crowd of mages in their best suits and gowns. Giving a small, awkward cough, I try to divert her attention away from how I'm dressed. Well, I'm shocked that your mother trusts you to represent the Animacy Authority in the first place.
Ouch.
Why wouldn't she? Okay, I mean, you're right. It did take some persuading, but I have many friends among the death mages, which helped my case. And it seems like she thought it'll be fine since she'll be here to keep an eye on me as well. Lyrissa makes a small face to indicate just how thrilled she is about the idea, and I smirk without sympathy. It sounds like great fun, indeed. I am not a very nice person, am I? Jesus. Lyrissa lets out a gasp of mock outrage before turning to Aldous with a suppressed smile.
Aldi?
Are you not going to come to my aid, Aldi? There's no response, and I glance to the side to see Aldous gazing blankly at the opposite end of the room, clearly lost in thought. Aldi? Are you okay? Are you daydreaming again?
Oh.
Huh? Oh. He starts, the distant look in his eyes clearing as he meets Lyrissa's eyes.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just
Oh.
distracted.
Okay, well, I guess I don't have to say that part. Fine. I was listening, I promise. Aldous smiles, but I can still spot the veiled anxiety lining his face.
Rissa.
For what it's worth, I do think you'd make a wonderful representative, Rissa.
Thanks.
Thanks, Aldi. Just for that, you get an extra batch of free healing potions from me. As for you, Callie, don't look so gleeful about my pains. You're not much better. You do realize that all the death mages being summoned to the headquarters means your father is also here, right? I freeze as I process her words. Sienna, how could I have forgotten about that? I suppose I haven't seen my father practice death magic for so long, ever since he quit his job at the Death Investigation Division, that it completely slipped my mind that he's still on their official register of death mages. I really don't want to see him right now. And with that, we're going to end this episode. No idea how much is left of this, but we're going to keep going in the next one. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or any game suggestions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And I will see what I can do about playing certain games. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.